Okay, we talked about it a little bit on Sundays, the adversity that I was kind of going through here. How has this coach been?
Well, yeah, I think the adversity that Brandon is having is only related to points. It's not related to his performance or his play. So I think that's important to understand. Sometimes that's hard to see through that as a young player because you certainly you want to help the team win, and you know your contributions offensively do help that. So, Brand, I just talked to Beersy today about this and making sure that he understands how good I think he's playing, and that to just keep doing the things he's doing, eventually he's going to get rewarded offensively. I used the example of the pass he made to Rosine to set up a 2-on-1 that I think hit the crossbar, right? In his stretch of 10 games where he was scoring a ton, those were going in. And right now, they're just not, right? He's been wide open on the back post for some rebounds that just the bounce hasn't come over to him. So I think the biggest thing to do is you don't search for offense. Usually when players start searching for offense, then their game really goes to a bad place. Right now, his game's in a great place. He's penalty killing excellent. He's playing great 5-on-5. He plays great team defense. He's creating offensive chances. They're not going in. If he keeps doing those things, they're going to start going in. The key is not to start looking for it.
Yeah. Searching for offense. If he's not, maybe searching for offense, where could it maybe help him away from the puck?
Say that again, sorry.
Maybe where could, not searching for offense, like help him with his play away from the puck.
His play away from the puck is excellent. So, he's an NHL-ready player in all of his habits. His details, his habits, his competitiveness, how he executes our team play and our systems, the face-off plays, anything like that is A-plus level. And right now, he's just going through a little bit of a spurt where the puck's not going in the net for him and some of his line mates. But I don't worry. I think if he continues to play this way, he'll have another stretch where he gets tons of points again like he did before.
We talked a lot lately about getting to the inside more. Who have you really seen take initiative with this?
Well, I mean, as always, that's led by Mersch and Murray. Those guys are inside players. They're heavy players. They play in the hard areas of the ice. So those guys always do it. They're always the leaders in that regard. But I think that of late, as we've been continually pointing this out over the last couple of weeks to a month, we're starting to see our younger guys do it more. We're starting to see Kulik and Rosine get to the inside more. Those things are huge. And that's where you always score, but that's where you definitely score at this time of the year. There's less line rush goals at this time of the year. Teams become better defensively. The standings are tighter. So all of those things matter a hair more. So you're getting less line rush opportunities, which means less line rush goals. And you have to score in the offensive zone. 9 out of 10 are scored on the inside, either getting to the inside with the puck or creating a screen for a tip or a rebound type goal.
Mentioned the standings. Obviously, right now where you guys are, it's kind of neck and neck. Is a playoff push or even that type of discussion anything you bring up in the room, or are you guys just focused day to day right now?
We've talked about it a little bit because it's real now and it's at that time of the year. So I like to keep focused on today. I'm a big believer in life that you just try to win the moment in front of your face. You win the day, you keep stacking wins on top of each other with your habits, then good things happen. But yes, we have discussed it. Second to sixth is like basically tied. You have, and Belleville's not far off in seventh. It's such a good division. And you have a good week and you're in second, and you have a bad week and you're in sixth or seventh. And so it's that critical right now. We have discussed it. And pressure is a good thing. You don't look at it as, oh my gosh, there's so much pressure. It's a privilege to have that pressure because it means you're competing for important things. Playoffs are important. Their individual careers are important. So when you get to compete for things that matter, there is pressure that's associated with that, and that's a healthy thing.
Generally speaking, Subban has had a really great comeback from what was just a roller coaster of injuries. when you look at how locked in he is in year 10, how are you noticing him evolve at this stage? Because him and Housecat are the same age, they're kind of at the same points in their career.
Yeah, they our goaltenders are incredibly impressive as teammates, as humans, the way they go about their business every day. Their work ethic and their daily habits is extremely high, and I think we see that translating into their consistency. Subi is, I think, he hasn't found as many wins of late. Like he had a stretch where he's winning like everything. I actually think he might be playing better even right now in terms of his habits and his technical side of his game. I think he's trusting his instincts. There's something he wanted to get back to this year, is trusting his instincts as a goaltender. I think he's in a good spot in that way. We haven't given him enough run support. And that's part of goaltending at times, where Hauser's gotten a little more run support in his recent starts than Subi has, and Hauser's played very good as well. But that can be stressful on a goaltender over time. You can start to feel like, man, I can't let up another goal because we're struggling to score tonight, or we haven't scored much lately in the games I've been playing. And, that's important that he keeps that stuff out of his mind. You focus on what you can control, and he can control how he approaches the next shot. He's done a really good job of that. I know if he continues to play this way, we'll start scoring more for him, and then he'll get back on a streak like he had earlier in the season.
So, just along with that, he's played really well, but the wins aren't coming. So, what about his morale? How's he at this point?
Those are things you concern yourself as a coach, right? Because it takes a toll on him. And so, that in Toronto, we were driving back on the bus, and I went back on the bus and sat with him for a bit and just to talk to him, see how he's doing. Told him how good I think he's playing, and that I'm not worried about the wins right now at all. If he keeps playing like this, their wins are going to pile up for him. So, I think that's just really important. In times of struggle, that you keep that broad perspective, the big picture perspective, that sometimes you let the team, there's times you got to be hard on the team and hard on individuals, but there's also times you got to let them know that you're in it with them. And we're going to get through these things. And I think that he's done a good job of not letting it affect his daily mood and his energy and the positivity he brings to the rink on a daily basis.